Good morning.
Didn't hear from Jim Curtis, who was
Look at all them people. I know them people.
that's Doug.
Hey, hey.
Hi, how are you? Talk to me. Are you
Yeah,
on pain meds?
Hey, Lynn, it's still attached.
Okay.
They didn't cut it off, but I'm telling you, some days and nights, I just assumed they had. Woo. So
I'm heading south to have a torn meniscus repaired. It's not as extensive as a knee replacement, but I'm not looking forward to it.
well, here's the deal with that. I was sitting down here a little earlier, about 14 months ago. Oh Lord, there's Harry Collins. Golly, geez.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hey, Lynn. Yeah, please put it over his head, will you? Put it over his head.
Harry, great.
Hey, Lynn. So
Yeah.
so my office is downstairs in the house. So I'm running late for a meeting all the way up in North Georgia. So I take off running up the steps.
So Harry's on.
I hear this pop. I
Yeah.
mean, you could have heard it there in Sky Valley.
Right.
I couldn't get all the way up to the top of the steps. Anyway, it was okay, whatever. Somebody said, well, you probably ought to go and get this checked. Well, it was a torn meniscus. Now, they went in there and cut it. They just kind of repair it, you know. Now, they just put like 3 little microscopic holes and they go in there. Well, it didn't work. Okay, and that's the reason I'm telling you the whole story. It didn't work because he said, well, I cleaned out the arthritis. And so he said, but I think you're going to, now this is like March of last year. So he says, I think you're going to probably have to have the knee replaced. So over the summer, it just, never did work right. I finally had to get a couple of shots put in it. And then he finally said, well, you probably ought to go ahead and get it done before you get too ancient. So,
Yeah.
so, and that don't mean yours won't be fine, but that's where.
Positive.
Hey, Lynn, before we get started, did your house thing fall through?
It did. The financing, they couldn't get the financing. I think they were overextended. They had a house.
It's
Yeah.
funny. I told my wife about your house and she looked it up and loved it. And then the other day she said, I don't think that sale went through. It's still on the market. So I'm like, well, I'll ask Lynn when I see her. So
They're not, they're willing to come up. If I'm not here, you come up and use it. I'm going to Florida and then I'll be down there and have the surgery and then hoping to be back and be able to play croquet and maybe a little bit of golf. See, but that's the plan.
hey,
But
Gordon.
it's nice up here. It's really nice.
Hey, Doc.
Temperature.
There we go.
Do we have everybody?
Okay.
Okay.
See Bruce and Ryan and Jason and Sharon. Everybody looks good. Wish I was there. I bet it's a nice, cool morning up there today.
Oh, 52. I got it. What'd you say? 52. 52. Wow. 49.
Wow.
Muted.
Wow. I would love that.
I just need for me to be on for.
Lynn can help you make that happen.
Right, happy.
Who's gonna take care of the minutes?
I'm going to, but feel free to help out.
Yeah.
Well,
I told him to record. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's beautiful. Sorry, one. guess we can go ahead with the start of the meeting since here we go, and we'll get this on. Sharon, will take much time to put this up?
I don't know. It's
Okay.
not, it's not cooperating.
Okay. Well, at this point, good morning. It looks like we have a forum. I'm looking at it. Harry, hey, Harry,
Hello,
can you hear me? Hello,
Yes.
great, thank you.
I may be
And
muted.
Paul,
Am I not muted?
yes, you are needed. Yes, you are. Yes.
Am I
Uh,
muted? M-U-T-E-D.
Can hear.
Yeah, you
can
bet
hear
you did, yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
glad to be
Good.
here.
Great. Paul is out and about. And of course, our mayor is out, and I did know about Jim Curtis. I didn't hear Jim, if Jim would be here, but we have a quorum, so that is great. I guess we'll call the meeting to order. I guess the first item on the agenda here is, if you don't have a copy of it, it should be here. Maybe go ahead and make some here. First item on the is the approval of the minutes, April 25th minutes. Are there any, if you have a chance to look at it, I guess I'd like to see a motion to approve the minutes. Do I hear?
Motion is made.
Okay, and do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor of approving it? Very good. Okay, motion approved. All right, we'll go right into our discussion items. The marketing update would be the first on the agenda, was Doug. Doug, you have that?
Yeah, I got mine pulled up, so I mean, I sent it to everybody yesterday, so it's
Yes.
it's not as much as it has been, but we're still pushing. So let me just run through what we continue to do. And as I told you many times, you know, we work on stuff that will be months down the road just because we have to get into schedules and editorial calendars and people's, you know, different things. So we're working on that. We've got some things coming up for the summer, and already, you know, talking to people about fall and how we can continue to promote Sky Valley. And so that's good. I think y'all understand how that works. So it's really not, I do have a couple of radio shows that we would like to do like we did before. So I got to get on their calendars and go from there, but we're going to try to get on a couple of new places to talk about Sky Valley and what all there is to do up there. Social media still doing full blast, working on everything. I mean, I'm on there every day, so we're promoting stuff. We, you know, from LinkedIn. LinkedIn is good because we can get a lot of people. I mean, thousands of people that we are a part of in terms of our promotional type stuff. That is certainly different than Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, that type stuff. So we work hard with those type people because they are people who can really help us not only with coming to Sky Valley, but helping us promote and then finding out more things about Sky Valley. Working on a deal. I didn't put this in. I just remember got a guy that's very interested in talking to us about what we can do to help, you know, promote Georgia and sending stuff out that would be like the top 20 golf courses across Georgia, which would be more than just a list. It'd be some different things. So I'm supposed to be working, getting back with him, but he reached out to me about that. So project with golf trips that we've been talking about, I had to put it on hold just a little bit because I did not I really thought I would be back here in the office, which is one flight of stairs down. You know, probably the next week after. So I did it 3 weeks today. It was on a Thursday. And I mean, it was just so much pain or whatever. I just wasn't being able to do it. So I did some stuff on the phone, certainly made phone calls, things like that. But So our thing with golf trips is Brian, who was up there last May, and I told y'all he's reached out to me, and we're going to be doing some bigger stuff on social media. So he reached out to me a couple of weeks ago again, and I said, well, hey, I gotta just put you on hold just a little bit because I gotta get back to where I'm feeling good, because I can't sit for a long period of time because this knee, like right now, is bent, and I got to keep it moving as long as I can. I actually, not that y'all care that much, but I actually start the main physical therapy today. I've had physical therapy here in the house, but so I've really got to keep it going because probably too much information. So if I don't keep it moving and going, then they got to go back in there, put me to sleep, and break up that cartilage and stuff in my leg, or you just get so much scar tissue you won't be able to walk very well for whatever. So anyway, the fun things about, I hope I do not have to do the left knee, thank God. And actually, I got out and drove yesterday for the first time, so praise the Lord. You think you get so caught up in things that we just do daily that you don't think about until you can't do it, and then you're like, okay, anyway. All right, so I just got off the email with a couple, which I've already told you about. Great couple out of Florida. Lynn Ziem is his name, and he has got connections everywhere. They have already done a couple of things here in Georgia with me, so I definitely have put them on the schedule to come to Sky Valley. Again, here's one of those things that you have to start months in advance. So we're going to look at probably late June. I'm going to talk to him today or tomorrow. Again, it's him and his wife, partner, I don't know who it is, but she does all the picture taking, he does all the writing. Some really good articles that he's done with what we're doing. Y'all will be very pleased with these two people. So probably be a couple of nights in order to get it done right. Play golf, tour. Go ahead, what? Oh, did y'all say something? I'm sorry. We need a real estate tour like we did before. We'll take them into a couple of houses, show them around as much as we can, because he's got a lot of connections up in the Midwest, Illinois, all up in that area that he can really help us with. So we want them to really see what we can do. So I will not be waiting until the end of June for the next one. I'll let y'all know the next couple of days.
Bring the Jim with you. Let me see it. Yeah. Cool.
So that will be working. That will work well. Plus, I have a couple other people that I'm trying to get their schedules done as well. I hadn't heard anything back anymore from the Pro-K people. I need to reach out to them, see if they've thought of me any more about doing this. Hopefully we can do it. Pushing the travel company with for Sky Valley, working with Brian again, golftrips.com, and just doing different things that I could certainly show you what we're doing, but it's just easier to kind of say, hey, we're getting more people involved with what we can do, and just different things that we've talked about from day one when I said, hey, we really would love to be able to have something we can show people where they can stay, that type stuff. So working on some ideas for that. Good meeting after our last meeting with Forward Rabin, and so I'm working on some ideas to get back with them so we can work together to promote both of us, because we want them to do more for you if I can do more from them, which should be no problem. Just this 3 weeks is kind of taking me out, so I will get to both of them back. But that was a very good meeting. I appreciate y'all setting that up. So that's about all I have.
Hey Doug, just going back, on that schedule, you're talking about for, the couple from Florida, any idea that June, I know, can you put down the date at all, so we, as you know, from a planning standpoint?
Yeah, he's very involved with the tour, which means they go to a lot of stuff. So they're gonna be going to, the US Open, which is up in Pinehurst, North Carolina. So I think they would like to probably leave there, which is like the 18th or so. I don't have the dates. Yeah, 18th of June week. So I don't know how many days they would stay up there, but certainly it's close enough to scoot over to Sky Valley through North Carolina, to do that. So that's why we're going to talk on the phone next couple of days and try to lay that out. And we'll get a couple of dates, certainly that works. So y'all can go back and figure out the accommodations and go from there.
Absolutely right, right.
That's Father's Day weekend, I think.
Yeah, it usually is on, US Open. I don't know why they do that, but they always do it. It's Father's Day weekend. So I think but Lynn, it'd probably be after that week. So if it's probably 20th, 21st, no,
Okay.
later than that, Lynn, whatever that is.
Okay,
4th, 25th, that week. So that'd be before the, July 5th party. So go from there.
Is that
But I'll
during the
get back to you in the next couple of days.
we really need that. Is it best, let's say from the golf standpoint, Renji, during the week or not weekend? What would you say?
No, yeah, it'd be during the week. Yeah.
During the week?
During the week, we can kind of do it.
Okay,
The weekends lately have been.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, trust me, I understand, Ryan. It's,
Just let me know what you need. We'll get it
Yeah.
done.
no, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it. Trust me, I don't just send anybody up there, as y'all, we certainly had quite a few good people up there. And so I probably could have, stood up there at the PGA show in the media room and said, hey, I got a great place in North Georgia. Who would like to come? And you probably get everybody to say, yeah, let's, but I try to, I know these people. I know who can do the best for us. So, based on what we spend to take care of them, it is 10, we will get it back 10, 20 fold back. So, and then, like I said, once they come and, whatever, they've seen it, touched it, felt it, understood it. So now they can help us continue to promote it, for years to come. So, but I'll get back to y'all ASAP. It just takes time sometimes. I got a great guy. And I'm trying to get another person or two with him that is part of, he was one of the top guys for Golf Digest for years. And so I met with him at the PGA show and, and explained to him who you guys were and what we're doing. And so he's excited. Now, he's got more connections than anybody. So he really is good. And he really is, we're trying to figure out a time for him to come. And then I got a couple other people that I'd like to, send up there. So I told y'all, if we did nothing but bring up good quality media people, that would work better than anything we could ever do. So
we're on board of that, we understand, I agree with you. We want to plan it so they have we can present ourselves favorably, it takes a little, planning and getting to see it.
And maybe, hey, and also I know maybe this is where we can get forward, Rayburn, and involved with this too, because we certainly, these type people need to promote that, hey, you're going to come to Northeast Georgia. Well, what all there's to see and do. Okay, so we want you to headquarter in Sky Valley, but here's all the things you can do around the county or the area or whatever. So maybe that would show them, we kind of talked about it a little bit in the meeting, that we can help them, by getting people here, and then maybe they could help y'all with different things that cost money or whatever that would help, so. I'll shut up. Hey, if you don't see me for a couple of minutes, I'm up walking around.
Alright. Deck about Jekyll Island Club, you were reciprocal, is anything, I guess you were to talk to at this time, is there? been any
Yeah,
talk?
well, they were gonna get back to me, and try to come up with a date. I know that, and I forgot his name, Michael or
Michael Thompson.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they were fine with going down. It was trying to get Jekyll up there, and I realized, he's saying it's a 7-hour trip. So this is just not a fly by night. So we'd have to really make it. So it's still open. We just need to figure out how we push it and go from there. And, some people are here and there and wherever. So I think once we got this going, then I think we could certainly, my object is to do more communities that would come up, and it could be enough communities where it's just a day trip, and y'all host them up there. So we certainly, it's just something that came to mind when I was down there at Jekyll and saw all the people sitting out there in front of that Grand Hotel, playing croquet in their white, outfits. And so just different ideas that we got to just keep bouncing off and whatever. I understand logistics sometimes doesn't always work, but we got to keep pushing it. So, we want to make it work. So, I'll keep going on that.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, did you get your hair cut?
Yeah, listen, I got one comment. The croquet team played against the Jekyll Island people in Atlanta
Right.
a few weeks ago, and they probably know some of each other.
I know, yeah, Harry, I know they did. And I know that I think that's where they kind of talked and started saying, hey, yeah, and Lynn had said something for Lynn, you can chime in too. So
Just FYI.
no, and so no, that was good. That was one of the reasons when we first started that, both groups said, well, hey, we're gonna be in Atlanta. And I'm like, well, that's great, but we want to get y'all to Sky Valley. We want to get you down to Jekyll and, start some kind of program that would help both communities and, go from there. And I think there's so much we can do with that. Certainly the popularity of croquet and the clubs and things like that are going, bonkers across the, country. So, but yeah, I will stay on top of that, and anybody else got any help, just, let me know.
Yeah, Dale Fenwick has had some communication with Jekyll Island, and he's communicated that at the croquet committee meetings, and their kickoff is, I believe it's June 4th, the croquet kickoff day. And so they're in full swing with their season and everything, with their inter-club and everything. They did discuss the logistics and it is a 7-hour trip, and they talked about the weather, et cetera.
Yeah.
So I think it's something that can continue to be discussed, and maybe they can set a day. So we'll see where that goes. I think they're open to it. It's just the logistics of it and the time.
I get it. Well, we got to get them up there in that that cool mountain air when it's 100-degree humidity down on Jekyll Island. So.
Right. Yeah. And when it's cold up there, up here, I'm sure that.
Yeah,
love to be down at Jekyll Island. So that's part of the discussion. How can we make it work?
And Lynn, I don't know, that's what I'm saying. There's all kind of ideas. Maybe we could hopefully make this in some kind of an annual thing, and maybe have some kind of a cup, type of award. Hey, well, Jekyll's won it this year, Sky Valley won it last year, and whatever, just to keep keep the momentum going. So, there you go. I am finally shutting up, Gordon. I ain't saying another word.
Anything else, committee on it? Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you for the report. Next item would be, the draft survey. If you go on there, if you look under the agenda item, draft survey, and, at the last time, I just want to report on it. We put together, I think we agreed on it. And that, we decided that we would wait until October before we, do anything on it. I guess, and that'd be really, so,
October, the
yeah.
deadline was gonna be June, correct? And then
Pardon
they extended it to October.
Yeah, well, the reason Ray County has got that comprehensive plan, and
Got it.
the mayor, Holly, thought at that time, was just that before we sent it out, that be completed.
Sure, incorporate the comprehensive plan.
Yeah, see what's
into some of
going
the
on with that.
survey.
Yes,
Okay. That, the comprehensive plan, that meeting, that needs to be publicized a little bit more so the community can be encouraged to complete that survey and, you know, be aware of what's going on.
okay,
How can we do that?
comments on that at all?
I don't know.
It's always been, I mean,
Okay,
I've been involved in about 5
yeah,
comp plans in over the past 25 years and here in other places. It's always a struggle to get folks to participate,
mhm,
Right,
because you're at 20,000 feet as far as what you're dealing with versus something like a zoning where it's mostly personal. And we advertise, we try to do everything we can. There are some more meetings coming up, by the way. We've had one here in Sky Valley. And we are telling people that, you know, just because Sky Valley is hosting, that does not mean it's just for Sky Valley. If you're in the
Right.
county, Mount City's gonna do one, Tiger's gonna do one, so. We just got, that should be on our city website about those dates, so
mhm,
if you want, if anybody is watching this, maybe after this is recorded, it's uploaded to YouTube. If Tiger's hosting a meeting, go, you can talk about Sky Valley at the time.
mhm.
If Clayton's hosting the meeting, et cetera. Yeah, that is a struggle. I mean, we publicize it. It goes in the paper, we do the MailChimp, we do all those things. It's just one of those things that,
Mhm. It has such a huge economic impact
Mhm.
to Sky Valley and the total surrounding area.
it does,
And,
and it's a hard sell sometimes to get people to understand that.
Right,
That this is kind of like a business plan
right.
for the county and all the cities.
Mhm.
Where if you're applying for grants, if you're applying for a grant for infrastructure, you need to have something in that comp plan that talks about infrastructure.
Right,
If you're trying to market, whatever the case
Yeah.
may be, so yeah, it's,
well, it's gotta be worded properly, and I think the POA and the country club could kind of encourage that attendance.
yeah,
and
it's a-
Saying, you need your input, it's not after the fact when decisions are made that we
Yeah.
need you to be going down there and raising the cane. We need the input, we need the survey, you know, participation at this level. And then the country club also does a survey as to what their membership wants as well. So,
and that was all forwarded to Adam Hazel before now, so he has that.
mhm.
He has some of that survey information and he'll take that. Yeah, but fortunately, we still have some time and we will continue to push that message, folks to participate.
so what can the marketing committee do at this point? Good,
Tell your friends, as you're associating with people
I
out
think
in the
that
community.
you know, when at the community appreciation thing, you know, I said, you know, people ask what's happening with the lodge, what's happening. I said, you guys need to attend some of these comprehensive planning meetings and you need to be aware of what's going on in the community. And I think some of the real estate people may be able to kind of put the word out. You know, we're trying to grow Sky Valley. You may want to attend some of these comprehensive planning meetings. Here's the schedule of those. You don't have to necessarily just attend the one in Sky Valley. Those type of things, whatever information we can get out there, I think may help in assisting with that.
bring it up at the, next meeting, we'll definitely have it at the next meeting, it'll be agenda item. We can talk about how we can,
Right. On POA, can maybe mention at their meetings.
yeah,
There's some
Okay.
dates that are set, if you'd like to know more about the planning and get an idea of what is proposed and how what your dislikes are, you need to attend these meetings,
Mhm.
complete the survey and attend the meetings. So that's kind of the word that needs to be put out there is,
Good.
the importance of being involved with community, participation in all of this.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, next item, National Night Out in Sky Valley. Lynn, I guess you were up. They would bring us update on that.
Yeah, I was just talking to Sharon about this. And, evidently, the location is going to be in the parking area of the lodge. And the Boy Scouts are gonna be there with hot dogs, et cetera. The police chief is out of town at the present time. And, there's a lot going on with the sheriffs. The sheriff, the voting for the sheriff, and everything. A lot of volunteers, a lot of publicity with that. And he's concerned about the level of participation. He knows that he can get, the fire department and all that, but the other communities, as far as police itself, Dillard, Clayton, he wants all of the agencies to participate in this.
Okay,
So I need an update from him. I need to pass that information on to whomever is going to assist with that effort. And so he'll be back next week or whatever, and he will continue to contact these outside agencies. And I asked Sharon about the deadline for the vote for the sheriff or whatever, and she indicated that it's in June. So,
I believe the 18th.
yeah, so, the elected sheriff may want to come up here
Yeah.
and say, thanks for supporting my effort, and this is what, to promote the police effort, and this is what I'm gonna do. And these are some safety concerns. You may want to organize neighborhood watch. How can we, what are our needs for the community here as well as other areas?
okay,
So we need an update from him as to the level of participation. And that's kind of where we're at with that.
Okay.
He, right now, I'm unsure as far as that level. How do we attract attention, people to residents to go and to seek out
okay.
that safety information, et cetera?
In terms of the banners, we were going to, at this point, are we still looking at a banner? Or we were discussing the last time, what the marketing committee could do, and there is money in a budget if they had some kind of a banner, for it.
Right,
I thought earlier on discussion, I think there was some discussion of a banner.
could be. I mean, people see the banner for Oktoberfest, they're looking for it.
Mhm.
They have had several of the National Night Out events. I think there's been two. One of them was held at the chapel. I don't know about this, and maybe the second one was. So it seems to be a lot of the community, it's the same people that turn out for all these things.
Okay,
But they need to start promoting things within the community.
and the date of it is still August the 30th, is that a set at this time? I've heard that from 3 to 6, I don't know, is that blocked in? The discussion was
I'm
last
not
time,
sure. but I
August the
guess-
30th from
Yeah.
3 to 6.
Okay,
I think we want to be there. And I think setting up some kind of banner or making a banner, we certainly got to do it at the next meeting, something we can help promote it. Maybe banner out here in the front of City Hall, Jason, or something like that, yeah, to help promote it.
I
We
mean,
just
if
got a
there's a
lot-
flyer that's done, you can maybe put the flyer at the chapel and put the flyer at
Yeah,
CDC and distribute it. And this is this is an honor to the police department
Absolutely.
and community involvement is requested.
Oh, we can do something.
Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
PLA.
Yeah, I mean,
There's all kinds of avenues. to
Yes.
this.
the marketing committee wants to outlay some cash, we share it, we get banned for all kinds of things. Just give us-
Yeah.
They give the green light, we can make that happen.
Yeah, I think
The
it's,
banners be anywhere $50 to $500, depending upon what you want, so.
Right.
And we, on the staff side, Sharon, just tell them what you want to do, if that requires a vote or not.
Yeah.
Okay,
At least get the banners ordered.
So- let's just make a decision by next meeting. We have it, okay, the banners, try to get that, if it's August, the meeting is locked in. Last time I heard was August, that should be locked in, so we could get that out of the way, so.
Who do y'all get banners?
We have different vendors, Bruce. We use sometimes Tropical Rain.
Yeah.
We use Impress, and then we use Happy Jacks.
Yeah.
It just really depends on, who gives us the best price and and who can get to it. Some can get on it quickly, some are. Most of the Tropical Rays, the banners that you see like, on the pole right there. And those are reusable banners, they're a vinyl type banner. Those are about $100 each.
Okay,
And, you know, we have about 6 or 7 sets of those that we, summertime, fall, Christmas, winter, et cetera. But, Tropical Rays did those for us. Those are reusable banners.
well, I'm just thinking maybe a banner, 6 by 8, something
Yeah,
you put out on a stick.
I wanna say when we got those for the Independence Day Fall
Yeah,
Fest,
right,
they're not too bad. A heavy duty vinyl
then
banner,
I don't, yeah,
you know,
with the date.
this tall, 6 feet wide.
exactly right,
I wanna say it was less than $200.
yes,
And what you do is, some of them you can actually peel the decals off, change dates if you want to.
oh,
And then some of them you can just say, if it's, like for example, Fall Fest, we just say 3rd Saturday in October, because things like that,
Yeah.
yeah. Again, if y'all, we could, once the decision is made, we got plenty of sources we can get through. Sharon, I mean, she's got all I won't be a problem on it.
could you follow, I know Lynn, you got a full plate, could you follow up and just confirm the dates that it is August the 30th, and I think putting a solid date, it doesn't sound like it's at a couple $100 isn't
no,
that
Well,
expensive.
and usually 2 weeks lead time.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
for a month. It just depends on how many you want.
I mean, there's opportunities, we have pancake breakfasts, in June, one in July.
Okay,
I mean, the cities that are selling their shirts or whatever, and these are the events we have coming up, please attend. So there are opportunities and
Okay.
locations where that information can be available.
okay,
We use ADOS,
Mhm.
instead of weather.
We've used them before.
okay,
And
Things that-
very quick turnaround. I mean, if you tell them what you need, they'll just say,
Okay.
need this tomorrow.
okay,
Yeah, we have used ADOS. We use them too.
good. Alrighty, national, I guess the next item on our agenda is the Forward Raven Marketing Board meeting, I guess Sharon.
She gave us some notes here. Marketing in Raven County is going strong. CJ plans to share a part of the WSB package for early fall. Might be a good thing to use for promoting golf. We will meet soon regarding the package in detail. Again, part of our hotel motel dollars goes to Fort Raven. We've got a good relationship with them, and Sharon does a great job getting on. So, but looks like things are heating up, staying busy.
Okay. Alright. Brian, the next would be stay and play golf inquiries, any inquiries, updates on that?
It's kind of slowed a little bit
Yeah.
recently. Majority of our large groups that are gonna play this summer have already kind of booked or pre-booked. Not to say that it won't pick up, but, I'm continuing to refer people to VRBO and Airbnb, finding accommodations.
Joe, have you had anything to comment on it at all? Is it-
Yeah, no, it's things that working on different areas to try to get more you know, more people to come and stay and whatever. We, as I've said before, we need to just get a flat program, which we don't have. A flat message, a flat email blast, something that we can focus on, even something that, you know, that it'd be real simple just to put out on social media, where they could contact, you know, Ryan direct or some, you know, hidden email, whatever, things like that. Something like that needs to be worked on. It's just things that we talked about and just never done it. And I know part of that lays on me. I've got the, you know, I've got the whatever I'm trying to say. We just got to get the cog, because I got the wheel that works, you know, to get the messaging out to people. We just got to have something that would be real simple to show people, hey, you know, come to Northeast Georgia to live, play, stay. And it could be one of the ads that Sharon has put together, you know, which would be just fine for one of the magazines. That might be just perfect. Now, I don't remember exactly what all it said. I know we've looked at the different ads, but it would have to have a, you know, email address, phone number, something that would be simple. Certainly, you know, it could be mine. It probably needs to go directly to you guys, maybe, and I'm sure y'all probably have some kind of email, whatever, that Ryan can check and, you know, comes, you know, but it's not to Ryan, so he didn't get bombarded with emails. Something to that effect. And I think we really just need to say, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have this done by, you know, 1st of July, or because we got so much going on, maybe 1st of August. And we have a simple social media email blast type thing that we can send out. And I can send those out on a regular basis. Now, that's what I was saying earlier. We're doing stuff with the travel company that you guys are a part of. That's where we get our inquiries. But it would be nice if we could just say, hey, come stay in our, you know, townhome, hotel, whatever we have. But we don't. So we just got to tell them, we just want them to come, and then we can figure out, you know, where they'd like to stay, or just have it do it on their own. Like, you know, Ryan has said.
Quick question. Is that something that we might want to include a link to Sky Valley, Georgia, VRBO, something like that?
Two things on that, Harry. First off, we want to make sure we can collect their data, so we can add it to our database, as my throat said to go out. So we need to make sure link is fine, but we don't want to lose their information. We want them to now. Okay. If there is a way to do it, you know, so that's what I do when I get these inquiries. They have to fill out all this information. Well, I don't want it, but I want you guys to have it. So we send it to y'all. Y'all keep it. That way you've got it. If we send out something, then we have a database of people we know that's interested in Sky Valley. So yeah, we need something that would, you know, a link to the website, but for more information, you know, here's our email address and or phone number, and both, or just email. So club doesn't get a million phone calls, which would be great. But so that's kind of how you want to approach it. But I think we just need to do it. I say it's time. It's been time, and we just haven't done it. So I think we need to do, and then it's simple. I mean, it will be so simple. We have it. We can do it. I can grab it. I can put it on social media. Sharon can put it on social media. We can send this out in an email blast once we have it. I'll have to just tell my guy to send this out to Southeast, United States. Send it out to Georgia. Same email. They see it. It's simple. and go from there. And if we want to include the county, then we can do that, and ask for their help. So that's my 2 cents.
What is the cost involved in having, when Sharon displayed the recap on Come to Sky Valley, and she indicated real estate and golf, like all those details that she presented, I think, a couple of months ago. What would be the cost to have that type of thing placed in the magazines that you're so involved with? I mean, is that something that would be?
Here's my thought on ads. Okay. Been doing this for 30 years. Ads are good, but you have to continue to put this in front of people's faces. Editorial or advertorial, as some people do, that's where you can get your message out. That's where you can show pictures. That's fantastic. That any of that stuff that I do with all these people doesn't cost us one dime. Now, if we put, because that's the reason y'all hired me. If we put an ad, which is fine, they will do it, but it's not going to do as good as whatever. Now, y'all all seen magazines over the years. You flipping through it. You might see a quarter-page ad. You might not. It's a lot of information in a quarter-page ad. But social media, email blasts, that would work in those two. So that's not going to cost us nothing. Okay. So I got the database. I can send it out. We can put it on social media. No problem, unless we want to boost it. Something like that. I'm just saying we need something that's simple. Like I said, Sharon's what she's done for the magazines, I think would be perfect. And get her to work it on social media. I can work it on social media because we're all over the map. And then I can put it in our email database, and we can send that out a couple times a month. No problem. It's just like you get up every morning, and y'all know this. You get up and you go to your emails, and you spend 30 minutes deleting stuff. So you got to continue to put that, but you say, okay, here you go. I'm going to buy a Cadillac. Well, not today. Somebody sends you something next week on a Cadillac. Well, not today. But by 6, 8 months, 10 months or whatever, I'm thinking about getting a new car. Where's that Cadillac ad? So that's how it works. You just got to keep it in there. And the problem is you got to do it in a budget. So that's where we've got. So you do it in a budget, you pay me every month. Okay. So, there's no way you could get the stuff, not the whatever, but for what you pay me, you couldn't do what you pay me in terms of getting to all these magazines and all this stuff. So we got a great system going. I think we're getting a lot of people seeing Sky Valley. So all I'm saying is to get more people to come play golf, spend the night, possibly buy a lot or a house or whatever. We just need something real simple that keeps showing it that it's not going to be any cost to anybody. So,
Okay. So do we need to have Sharon forward to you the information that she's put out? I know we had reviewed it.
Yeah, those ads are perfect that we saw a couple of months ago that she put in the magazines.
Okay.
Those are perfect. We were looking at colors and fonts, and that's perfect. And it's real simple to grab that and put that on social media. And do whatever, and I would mix it up in my email blast, put it out to different database. So we just needed to come up with a decision on that, and I really think that, and based on what I'm trying to do again with the travel company, so we could put that as a part of the Sky Valley. People are in Sky Valley, click here and fill out the information. I could get people to put that ad in there real simple. So that's just it. And I know we kind of go off different directions. It's probably my fault, but this is something that needs to be done, and we got a great product and we just need to promote it all the time. It's great that we can get it in certain things, certain places, you know, certain times of the year. What all you guys are doing locally is fantastic, but if we could just get something simple, and we just need to do it. So it's really not a big deal. So yes, to answer your question, Lynn, I would just maybe have Sharon send me the ads again. Let's look them over, and I can send them back to y'all and say, hey, what do you think about this? And simple. And then I can report on what we do and go back from
I
there.
think we could show more progress for moving forward with that,
Yeah.
with that effort and
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, we're doing so much stuff that, I mean, and I've said this to y'all, from when I first started to where we are now, you guys have just gone overboard. It is fantastic what everybody's doing there to market, you know, your wonderful community and Georgia. And so I think we doing so much, we lose sight of some of the smaller stuff that we just need to do. And that's, you know, it's great getting media people up there and whatever, but if we could just have this simple little program, I think Ryan's going to see a lot of inquiries coming his way. But we got to figure out how we grab the database from them when they send stuff in. So that will be a part of the equation.
Yeah, the stay and play accommodations. I know the last time we were talking about, Brian, I guess maybe you can update us on that. I know what you've been doing with the state accommodations.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what, Doug,
Yeah.
speaking, to just, reiterate what Doug is saying about the database and the systematic follow-up. Our organization has spent millions of dollars, and that's exactly what they say is the most effective way to encourage a prospect to become a buyer.
Woo. If you hear me moan and groan, I'm hurting. But yeah, no, Harry's right. I mean, if State Farm thinks about it and does it, you know, and by the way, Harry, I'm a State Farm guy for 40 years. So, but no, it's just simple, and we've got it where we don't have to worry about the money. You know,
Right.
all we got to do is make sure everything fits into place and that we can grab the information, which is key. And then somebody has got to grab that information and put it somewhere, which is not going to be Doug. It's got to come from you guys up there. So when we send stuff out, those people, and you just start building your database and now you know that these people are interested in Sky Valley, and it'll add it will compound annually, if I can take a financial phrase there. And you will, you know, really start seeing some people and going from there. And I think if we get the county involved, I think they will really see a lot of action.
So back to the accommodations, it's always been a stumbling block right there. Ryan, right now, you're going through you're recommending what?
Airbnb and VRBO. So if I get a group that wants to come up,
Yeah.
even if it's a couple or they're asking about golf and staying somewhere, I prefer to go to Airbnb or VRBO, search Sky Valley, and you can find properties that are, you know, what they need for their party.
So, and I know you were talking this regulatory compliance, they update us on that in terms of Jason, about information to be shared by our short-term rental. I know we were looking at doing that, but is that a stumbling block right now, trying to advertise our?
The information, we're probably not gonna provide you any more than what you can get on Verbo Airbnb.
Okay.
Granicus, the only thing Granicus does is it scrapes those ads, and it helps us verify that people are using these platforms to actively rent their short-term rental. We have their phone numbers and contact information. you can contact these people through Airbnb Verbo, so I don't know. I don't really know what we have is gonna benefit. The only other concern is that that is one of the ways that we monitor people from a compliance standpoint. The police can know what they need to do is through these ads. And I do worry, and there's been some concern, we've had some conversations with Granicus about that. I don't really have an answer as far as getting that information out. I mean, it is, we pay about $20,000 a year for that information. Again, but really all beyond the phone number, contact information, that's what we have to call them when there's compliance issues come up. Or the police needs to contact them, et cetera, et cetera. So, I don't know if it's really gonna be as beneficial as maybe we first thought it was gonna be.
All right, any other comments on that at all? Yeah.
No, I mean, I know we've talked about doing a list, I agree with Jason, just people, everyone's got a different idea of what they want.
Yeah.
Me not knowing what public like or who owns it or gonna be named, a lot easier than just switching Airbnb. Find what they like, where maybe they want to view, maybe they want a patio, maybe they don't care. And then let them book it that way. And then we just take care of the call and everything.
So, at one time Doug was talking about having a set price, but it's pretty hard for us, it's done. We were looking at having a, stay and play, here's a price, but, and it varied by the season. And then at this
Yeah.
point, it doesn't appear we're gonna be able to do that. I don't know, in
Well,
terms of having a package or.
Yeah, if the club had some kind of amenity of accommodation that we own, like something, that would be
Right.
easy.
Yeah, so-
You could do a package and you could change the prices from winter to summer. And
Right,
do deals and all kinds.
right.
We're in a situation where we just don't have that.
Another thing, I just want to add, Gordon, talking with our city attorney, on these Granicus, these people come in and they get their short-term rental license. But they acknowledge through an affidavit, house sleeps 8 people,
Yeah.
that's their license. If they put an ad on Verbo, they're looking, something, the golf group is looking for house sleep 15, we give that information out, 15 people stay in that house, and they're licensed, we might be writing a ticket for something we've given out the information for, so it kind of puts the city in a tough spot. That's another thing too, we just have to be careful about. Because we are having to go after folks who are not being as truthful as they should be about how many people can stay.
Doug, additional comment on that at all, I guess, in terms of accommodations?
Yeah, it's. I know we talked about this many times, as you just mentioned. It would be great if we could put a bottom price that would have to be changed, and you'd have to put the wording, subject to change, subject to, where Ryan knows that he can have a house most of the time and it's going to cost this, and we can add the golf to this, and it can come up, and I'll just throw out a price of, 200, as low as $299. You can, stay here in beautiful Sky Valley. It's a little more work to put the price in there. Now, there's, certainly people are looking for price. It's a lot of work when you put, you have to stay on top of it, because you don't want somebody to call and say, well, I saw you ad and it said $249, and ain't no way, it's fall time now or summer, and like, yep, can't do that, so it would have to be worded in a way that it just, Sky Valley wouldn't, get in trouble with it. It would have to be, so it'd be real simple for Ryan and his team to, know what somebody is talking about. So right now, I would just like to see us build this up, and let's don't worry about a price. If we had the hotel, if we had condos, if we had whatever, that was directly involved with Sky Valley and the golf and whatever, then it'd be a whole lot simpler, but because you got to check and see availability and this and that, it's probably going to be just a little too hard right now to do something. It's not that we can't push toward that, so we certainly can, but I would say let's just get started with a program that we know is off and running, and make it as simple as pie. So, you know.
Okay, got it.
I think it just, the way he's doing it now removes some of the liability the club could have. That's a big concern.
Mhm.
If things do not go as they should, somebody perceives they should go,
Yeah,
especially in accommodations. I mean, how can the club be responsible for somebody that's on a BRBO list? I think, what's going on now is logical.
Mhm. Well, they're sure because he coordinates the golf all through the cracks and they place the call.
Yes.
He
Right.
gives them the information and then they know that they have, gonna have a tee time for the group that's gonna participate in the recreational activity. So from that perspective, yeah, they're safe and not assuming a liability by saying, go stay at so-and-so's home.
okay, great, all right. Next item would be, the third GSGA Women's Club Championship, October 28th, 29th. Brian, maybe we just update, I know we're just gonna update you on this point. There was some idea about providing balls at this point, Bridgestone.
Yeah, anytime, and Ryan, you just keep this back of your head too. Anytime we got any kind of group, I don't care if it's 8, 10, 20, 30, 50, you just let me know ahead of time. We'll get Bridgestone to ship you guys directly to the club. Like 2-packs, maybe some hats, maybe some, dozens to use. All I gotta, that's just an open thing. That's what they do for me because I promote them. So anything like that, and I've also said in the past too, if you get anybody who's interested, hey, yeah, we'll give you a Bridgestone goodie bag. Which, does anybody really care? Probably not, but it just an added value. So so any of that type of stuff, Bridgestone will do for us, no cost. So
Yeah, and for that event, we've talked about doing like goodie bags, or we'll throw in something, and if you guys want to throw in something. It's so far down the road, it's in
Okay.
late October, so
Okay, so we're not,
they don't even have a list going yet.
Okay.
So we won't even know how many players probably till late July. What we can kind of expect, they're thinking about 50 to 60, but.
Okay. well, planning, but the next item would be the July 15th, the PGA Pro Tournament. That's coming up, 80 players. So what can we do? We were talking about having goodie bags and what can we do now? That's coming
for
up.
that event, so the Georgia PGA, the section runs that, they're not really into the goodie bag thing, they kind of do their own thing for these players, it is one of their marquee events. What we have done is I talked to the section and when you sign up for the event, there's an accommodations listing that you can put on there. So put on there, Airbnb, Scott Valley, Airbnb or VRBO, Scott Valley. So all these guys that are gonna come up are gonna probably stay in these rentals, because there's not much here. And that is on the sign up portion of the website. The last I looked, there's about 35 guys signed up. Expecting 80,
Yeah,
hoping
right.
for 80, but their tough thing is it's so far away from larger cities that they don't know what to expect.
Is James Mason helping you in golf?
I think he's playing in it, but
I'm sure he would play.
we've talked about it, and he's like, let me know if we need anything, but right now, they're still.
And he's been playing with all these guys for years. I mean, so he's now like one of the senior guys. He's got some good friendships and maybe he might have some ideas.
Yeah, I can talk to him.
Yeah, we can help out. The goodie bags are somehow, how quick can we promote, real estate. I guess we're looking at the goodie bags. Part of that is you're showing, would any of these people awesome.
That's me.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, they're still in their sign up period,
Okay.
but we have listings on where people can stay.
So at the next meeting, if, whatever you want at this point, Ryan, or the marketing committee do, if there's a way we can provide a goodie bags or provide marketing information about the city, real estate, of course, that's what we're looking at too. Would any of these people have, maybe at one time, have interest possibly of buying here or
Yeah, you just kind of let me know what you guys give me as far as real estate and stuff like that.
yes, right. Comments on it at all, Bruce? What?
I mean, the thing is this isn't like,
Harry gonna play golf?
it's not like a fun group coming up, this is like a serious event.
Ah, got it,
It's not one that was just shooting
got it.
stuff in, that's why.
I
And
got it.
like the same thing with like
Okay.
golf balls and stuff, most of these guys are PGA professionals that are on staff with a certain company.
Okay,
So even if we gave them golf balls, they probably would use them. You know, I don't know, I don't want it to look like we're trying to throw a bunch of marketing
Okay.
stuff down the
got it,
throats,
period.
because it is a serious event, it's not a group of guys coming up. You should buy it.
So you can,
I'm
okay,
not saying that they wouldn't, but they usually try to avoid that kind of stuff in
Alright.
situations. like
if there's anything we can do, then marketing, hey, we'll back off on it, those, you know, we'll listen to you, yeah. Okay. Alrighty, any other reports? Let me see, next item on the agenda was Mountain Traveler amended ad. Sharon is here, we're gonna show the amended ad, did she get a chance to do that? Ah, okay, great,
I can't go on the screen.
yeah, got it, okay.
And that is in the back. Picked up one of those.
Here to look at, I like that. Remember we touched last time and she amended it and I approved it. That's one of the latest ads. Looks good. You had some input on it.
Like the colors.
Yes, I did too. Yes, great.
Message.
Sharon's very good at that. She come up different colors. So that has been approved and already been sent out. Yeah, great. Okay, website update. Anything that, in this case here, this bit from Sharon, did she have anything
You
that,
know, just keeping it fresh.
Yeah.
Sherry does a great job of.
Yeah.
Rotating stuff in. That along with Lawson Media, who we use to help us with things,
Yeah.
but yeah, just trying to keep traction. If you ever get on the, I don't really Facebook, but get on the city Facebook or the Business Sky Valley Facebook, she's always posting relevant things, that, tie in, you know, just getting to make success.
That looks good.
yeah, I would say we're light years ahead, compared to where we were updating. I mean, it is like truly what it should be.
Right.
And it's great. It's an information area. I'm pleased with it. It's just keeping it active, current activities, people, so they start referring to it. Any comments on it at all? She's doing a great job.
Yeah, in fact, she was off a few days, she was off, she'll be off here a couple weeks, couple days, and she said to me, please don't post stuff when I'm not there. So you can certainly tell when I'm doing it versus when she does it, but, difference is, you know, that's one of her core functions or responsibilities where I'm involved in everything else, but, yeah, she continues to do
Great.
And
Well-
please,
Yeah. Yeah.
not Jason.
Well, I was being nice.
Yeah, she was here.
I do manage the X or Twitter for the city, but she handles everything else.
Great. Next item was the community appreciation event, May the 24th. Maybe you could just update how well that went,
It
Jason.
was actually a big success story, and, I would say there was as many people, as it was when we had our grand opening
Sure,
here,
yeah.
probably more. Sharon did a fantastic job, with door prize. And everybody was pleased. The food truck, they did very well, the cake. It was very well received. I wish we'd have had a little participation maybe from Scaly and Dillard. We did reach out to those entities because let them know this is not a Sky Valley thing. This is again, this is a Scaly Mountain, Dillard, even a little bit of Raven Gap. I would say, I didn't count heads, but I'd say the most we ever had at one time was probably about 50 people here. Room was packed.
Yeah.
And we had people coming and going, and it actually lasted. And in fact, I think when we ran out of door prize, we actually gave away some of our visitor centers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Great success. This was Sharon's baby from beginning to end. She
Mhm.
did a fantastic job. And, people were very impressed with quality of the door prize. Everything from the foursome pass from the club to the zip line. Ford Raven donated 2 tickets to a Georgia Auburn football game.
Mhm.
And in fact, the guy who won them, I don't even think he likes football. That's ridiculous. Anyway, I can go on and on, but it was a great thing, and hopefully that was.
Thank you for, we know it's a lot of work to do. It's just getting the prizes for something that you gotta go on and ask.
Thanks to Vicky and your wife for standing there for 3
Yeah,
hours.
Yeah, Yeah.
You
it's,
did a great job.
yeah,
In
and
fact, we've got, I don't want to still get it, we have some leftover cake, it's wrapped up in the
Yeah.
refrigerator, if anybody wants to take some home with us. Yeah,
but thank you for that. That was great. We enjoyed it. Alrighty, next item would be Independence Day. Anything we can, that's, all that's coming up, all this is coming up pretty fast. Yeah,
The behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Getting the, 700 hot dog board buns, ducks, all that stuff in order to receive, the porta potties, all that stuff's in place. Getting the volunteers where they need to be, we're still working on that. We should be having another special projects meeting here probably in June, maybe 2 more meetings. It's just, again, it's just gonna be bigger than ever. We think July 5th is the day, the fireworks. We've already got our deposit down with Mono and Pyro. And hopefully the weather will be accommodating, and, in fact, we are getting calls now. I have personally probably received a dozen calls from people wanting to know, are we doing Independence Day? Yes. When is it? Yes. So, but as we get closer to that time, which is hard to believe, it's just over a month away. It's coming together. It's in all the stuff you gotta have to make it great. We've got a lot of that stuff ordered. We've got Sharon's office is just full of everything from napkins to plates to ducks and so forth. And I believe I think Lisa Rozier is going to help with duck raise. I think one of my daughters is going to help out. So anyway, it's coming together.
Good. There is an area of concern on that July 4th. Who is responsible for the cleanup after that? Who is aiding, the country club to make sure that all that area is cleaned up and our members aren't distraught because there's overflow?
What we have done in the past,
Mhm.
and we typically, it's worked out pretty well.
Okay.
Certainly any volunteers, trash, that's great.
Okay,
We normally have a couple of guys that want to come in and do extra overtime.
okay,
We always, hopefully we'll have 2, 3 guys. We'll bring the trash truck up, we put out the cans, we pick that up. And then I even know like, last year when after the fireworks,
Mhm.
I know Steve had to have some of his guys clean up some of the debris. We the city actually paid the club, some funding to help offset that labor cost they had to do, so, but we, again, it's kind of coordination between the staff. Being that it's a holiday, we don't make the guys come in,
Right.
but we encourage that.
Okay.
You know, we'll feed on that kind of stuff. Normally, like I said, we'll have a trash truck and,
Mhm.
you know, we just get it done, but,
Okay,
the biggest thing is just making sure we have the trash
Right.
cans in place, and we've got tons of trash cans that we have out. And,
okay.
Great.
So, Sid Weber is planning on 450 meals to
Mhm.
be sold. And you guys are gonna have to sell tickets down here.
Mhm.
probably will be buying tickets for a guy.
And we appreciate that. I just kind of wanted to give, you know, everybody a heads up that we have basically said we're gonna do 450 and we'll be selling them at the clubhouse too.
Right.
And, it looks like, you know, every year we have been, we've
Gets
sold
bigger.
out. Right, and I know that there was a concern about the food truck.
Mhm.
Right.
And, but we just feel like that, with the needs that we have. And we have to base, well, why do we increase the numbers? Well, with the needs that we've got in the county, we're trying to make sure that we keep the money in the bank. Same thing goes with the golf tournament, you know,
Mhm.
we're working on that too, so. I mean, with you and me, I think some stuff about that too, but
Right.
yeah, we hope to have another successful Sid Weber events going on.
Right.
And hopefully with the separation, you know, we get feedback every year.
Mhm.
And the one thing we get every year is, we wish there was food accommodation. You know, our visitors, we always think of our visitors as future residents who either they don't like barbecue or they don't even know about the food, the Weber barbecue benefit. Hopefully with the separation and the y'all pre-sale, it won't be an issue, but it's always that fine line trying to accommodate everybody, because that is the one thing every year we hear is, we love it, it's great, but where can we get a hamburger? Where can we get some fries or whatever vendors selling? So,
Mhm.
again, it's just, and we don't make a dime off those food trucks. You know, when we do that, in fact, some of the food trucks, they want us to give them a guarantee, and we don't do that. You know, this is America, free market economy. If you're priced right and you got good product, we'll do everything we can, to bring you the customers. And if you're selling a hamburger for $30, you probably not gonna sell me, even if the everyday costs. Anyway, that's just one thing.
Do you guys want me to have our snack bar turn window open? Drinks, all to these people? Cause I'm kind of in a tough spot. I've got, you know, we're gonna be probably full in the clubhouse corner with members and patio. Trying to figure out a way to segregate it, but still be able to give public people somewhere to go to get drinks. I just don't know.
I know last year, Ryan, I was up at the pavilion croquet area. And I know that there were people there that were visitors that were buying drinks. I think the main restriction, they just have to stay on your property with it.
Right, yes. For the liquor license, we can sell alcohol out of the term as long as they don't take it home. Like if they're sitting on 18 or down by the croquet courts, parking lot, or across the street in the grass for the fireworks. I'm just trying to think of, you know, what we can do to help but not have all these people trying to come in the clubhouse and drinks and they're the member of the board is adamantly against it. So I'm just trying to figure out a plan beforehand of where we can direct these people and they can get what they want.
Well, I know that we're gonna be during the parade. We said whoever was gonna do we were gonna have the water, we were gonna hand that.
Yeah.
A donation. And last year, it helped us quite a bit. So, but as far as, you know,
I'm thinking more of like during the night.
that during the night, yeah, I think that, you know, that's, and you're right, you have people that just come out there and sit, you know, and if you had to turn it open.
Yeah, they can just get, canned beer and
Yeah.
some mixed drinks.
Sure, sure.
I don't want it to be like a total party type thing, but, there's gonna be people that want it.
Well,
If
Was
you
it
don't
last
want,
year, the people that weren't not club members going to the corner?
well, I think what happened last year, we had the back doors of the clubhouse. We are trying to accommodate them
Yeah.
and members, and what they'd like to do this year is keep the clubhouse corner of the patio kind of roped off for members.
Okay,
But then allow people to sit, behind 18 or wherever,
Yeah.
across the street, 9, on the grass. And then but if the turn's open, then we can direct these people, if they want drinks and chips and stuff, they can do.
That they build. Oh, in for you guys.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
won't sell any food, we'll
Right.
just do drinks and snacks, chips and candy bars.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, around 18 backside.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to keep people on one side and the members happy.
What?
I mean, if it's up to me, I would just open
We had to stop, we used to have check tables
Mm-hmm.
for people. For the barbecue, and then
Yeah.
it just got crazy, and so
yeah,
when COVID hit, we wanted to keep doing. The Sid Weber barbecue, and so it was drop in, pick up, and that has been the only way we'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
right. Where'd you go for the meals? How many total meals you're gonna sell in all quarter?
450,
50. Last year, what was it for?
400.
400, okay, so they bumped it up, not a big number, okay, gotcha,
Mm-hmm.
right. Okay. Okay, thank you for that, update, great, so. Sky Valley, Fall Festival, anything, I know that's a way off, but things,
Really just echo. We're. Haven't gotten involved in the planning, obviously since it's out. All of the things that we had last year. Lining up the vendors, we do have that window open. I think we've had some vendors come in and pay their fee to be able to reserve food space. I think there's maybe more food trucks set up. We've had verbal commitment that they'll be here for
Yeah.
that. And third Saturday in October. I suspect we'll have 2 or 3 meetings between
Yes.
now and then.
Yeah.
That, just like the Independence Day, just gets bigger and bigger every year.
yes,
But, we'll have the tractors with the hay bale rides, and we'll have the, all the vendors, hopefully the boys club and the Boy Scouts or scouting, whatever, they go by now. Will be there to do their parts, so yeah. The Boy Scouting will not be here for Independence Day, just FYI. Y'all may not even know that, but that was part of, as you were asking about the planning. I know they come out and volunteer, but they're gonna be camping that week, so, I know that because I got kids who are scouts. But anyway, Fall Fest should be coming together soon, and again,
still the
no
same,
reason to believe it's not gonna
stay in
be.
the same location, no changes on locations there.
No, I mean, it should be pretty much,
Okay, good.
maybe a little tweaking, here and there, but. The duck race will probably set up at the other bridge and behind what we did last year, because they'll drop at the bridge and go under the culvert around.
Yeah.
Closer to the post office, like they
Yeah,
do.
that seemed very well, because, it has a little strategy and some things like that.
Okay.
It should be coming together nicely,
Okay.
It's
Good.
Fun times.
Very good. Next item is the budget, 2024 budget, and we have a bank balance, thank you, of $18,803. We're on budget. No issues right now coming up. We had no extra in terms of our budget. There's been no big request on it, so at this time, we're fine.
You're almost halfway into your budget
Yeah.
year. Obviously, you've got more than, bank about 18,000, right at 19 in the bank. You actually have about 15,000 something left in your budget, but, yeah, you're,
Right.
y'all are doing good work.
So if some issues do come up where parking issues, we have a little extra funds there, miscellaneous, that we can, couple grand that we could do things, not major, but something comes up that's important that we'll support. Okay, new marketing ideas, anything else, that we should be thinking of? We talk about that, thinking about where marketing should be involved.
I've got a couple things.
Yeah.
We, a couple weeks ago, we were invited to Ford Ravens Awards breakfast. And the owner of Legacy Ventures was there, doing a presentation on what they're gonna do to the Dillard House.
Yeah.
Kind of their background.
Yeah.
Met with them real quick, sure it was over, super nice guy, they're based out of Atlanta, they've got properties all over. But, they're estimating about 6 months to a year complete remodel of that and what they're gonna do with the place.
Yeah.
And he's interested in working with us as far as place involved, it's Kingwood is. Place even though it's like big. So we exchanged information, so look for that down the road because that can be really big.
Yes.
And then last Friday, I met with the new owners up at Fire Mountain, that lodge and hotel up there at the top of the hill. Behind the winery.
Yes.
Everybody knew it was there. These people just bought it. They're from Florida. They've got a GM that's in place and they're doing a little bit of remodel, but that can be really good for us too. They've got 5 or 6 cabins. They've
Yes.
got tree houses up there and they've got a restaurant up there. Bar. Actually, I never even knew it was there. So that's something down the road. They're doing some remodeling too and updating, but
Check the winery in it.
well, the winery is High Hall.
Uh-huh.
But if you go past the winery, right where that bridge construction is, there's a dirt road called Happy Hill.
Yeah.
You take a right, and you literally just go straight up the mountain, and there's a resort. I don't even know it was there.
Yes.
So what's they want?
Well, it's not gonna be private anymore.
No, it's what,
They had a restaurant
restaurant.
there.
They had like a private restaurant, that they're working on, apparently they called it a private restaurant, and we can serve alcohol to parties and stuff, but they're working on getting a liquor license now. And they're very open to working with us. Just another thing.
Great location.
Yeah, they're gonna start doing weddings, banquets, corporate treats,
Yeah,
Right.
turn on that Happy Hills.
Yeah.
Right.
but there's no sign, there's nothing.
Yeah.
You don't, they called me out of the blue, hey, we just bought this place, we wanna get it together.
A lot of scaly people know about it, but.
So it wasn't, I had heard Old Edwards, it's not part of Old Edwards in there. No, I heard rumors that
I
that
don't
was
think
not.
so, no.
No, okay, so they're out of Florida, okay, and
Yeah,
that's,
and it's, the GM, her name's Philomena, and she worked for a big luxury travel company in Florida, and she just took this job and moved up here, and she's very welcoming, and I invited them down to the club. They're probably gonna come down next week with the
okay,
owners,
fantastic,
take a tour, and,
okay.
just something else, could boost
Correct.
everything up here.
Hey, Ryan, are they in North Carolina?
Yeah, they're in North Carolina,
Okay. Thank you.
I mean, they're literally,
Yeah, I think I've been up past them, yeah.
Well, we've had events, I think it's the same area overlooking, is it overlooking the vineyards where you have this large area, open area? We've had events there where they can serve food or it's a large area.
I
Yeah.
don't know, I mean, I know the owners of High Holly pretty well,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
kind of worried about it because they're gonna start doing weddings, and literally. Is identical to High Holly, maybe not as nice, but. It's on top of it, essentially.
Yeah, good.
The High Holly.
Yeah.
It'll be good, I mean, it'll be good for, I think it'll be good.
Sure it is, drawing people up here, absolutely.
Well, just more people, and just keep bringing people to the club.
Yes, yes,
Come up here,
Yes.
from Florida.
absolutely.
vacation. The last thing I have is, we just signed a new equity member last week. He owns a. In Florida, where they have the fencing over all the pools. He owns like a company that builds that out of Fort Myers, Tampa,
Mhm.
and he owns a window. company. Very, very well. He has an RV that he travels around in, it's what runs his companies. He came up with a friend who just joined a few weeks ago, and he ended up buying membership. He's never gonna be here, but
He
I gave
probably-
him-
Wow,
I gave him a bunch of information on the club, he's been playing the last, for the whole week, and So he's gonna bring it down there, because he's got a lot of connections.
Okay,
That'll get,
Full enclosures.
yeah, like
And
those,
windows.
yeah,
Mhm.
so his name's DJ Deja.
so what attracted him up here initially? The golf course? What was,
So he has this big RV, he's based in Tampa, he's got this big RV that he bought, and him and his wife and kids, they just travel around the country, and he found a spot up in the Highlands, so it was parked up there.
yeah,
One of his friends from Florida just bought a house in Sky Valley, and he joined a month ago.
got
So
it.
he brought him out to Paul, and he came in and we were just chit chatting. I said, well, how much is the membership? I told them, and he's like, shit, I did that, so. All right, let's do it.
We like,
He just did it.
wow.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
really good guy.
Good.
That should help us too. 'Cause-
Word of mouth goes pretty far, doesn't it?
Well, we've had four equity members sign so far this year for the $10,000. And all of them are from Florida, except for one. And all of them either bought a house up here or,
That's really great.
so we're kind of starting to see a trend of this. Where to market, our membership efforts need to market more down.
Down south,
Because you're getting a lot of
Yeah,
people that are buying houses here.
Seasonal.
yes,
They just want to get out of Florida, and
yeah.
so it's something that we're kind of looking at.
Doug's comments about keeping Florida hot. Some, yeah, is weather a big factor too? I assume it would be.
Yeah.
Great golf course, weather.
I think the kind of being off the beaten path type of thing, not being in a big city, being
Okay.
kind of out. Woods a little bit up in the mountains,
Yeah.
fresh air, cooler temperatures.
Yeah,
Not too bad of a drive if you're staying up here or you've got an RV. He was parked in Highlands for 2 or 3 weeks, and then they were going out west for the
okay.
rest of the summer.
One of the things I like to do is send my friends a screenshot.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I think that Taylor House, and having a private company own that, experience and hotel experience,
Fantastic.
we're gonna be kind of their own choice.
Well. Very good. Thank you for the update. Please keep us there. Okay, the other business, that's got anything else to discuss? Next meeting is, I'm proposing June the 27th, last Thursday. Any comments on that? Is that gonna work okay? We need to get down, all right? And the final item is adjournment. Is there a motion?
Motion, motion, we adjourn.
Ah,
I
is there a
second
second? All in favor? Say aye. Motion approved. Thank you. Thank you, committee. Thank you. Good meeting as usual.
Thank you all.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Fun
Eric,
story,
good seeing
Ryan,
you.
on the new member.
Harry, you playing golf?
I'm watching Suzanne hit some balls.
Oh, okay. Thought that would be interesting. You in a meeting playing golf. That'd be good.
The next meeting is the same day as my haircut again, so
Oh, my gosh. Can't wait.
I love the story Ryan told about the new member. That's great.
Yes.
Yeah, we're kind of hitting the stride here, Scott, so, try to keep it going.
For long,
Yeah.
have a wait list. Don't start the waiting list yet.
No, we're far from that area.
Oh, that's cute. Good for you. Y'all all take care. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. Take care.
All
Bye-bye.
right, well.
Very good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it, Brian, first people hear about, how I think about, one person buys up there and all of a sudden there's several people, and